Bring you a little closer. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time zone. I know right now it's right at 10 o'clock Central Time. So, excuse me. So, good morning. This is Jonna back with Jonna's Journey. It's been kind of all over the place with being online and whatever. And I tried to put myself together a little bit. Because I'm actually working today where I used to work, where I retired from. But it's because I'm volunteering um, to help do gift certificates today. Oh, good morning, Lenora. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. So yeah, I tried to put myself together so then whenever I'm done here, I can be ready to go. And I need to get some stuff done. Um, we're getting closer to crunch time. We're going to be going north. So I'm going to have a few days of downtime where I won't be able to do anything as far as crochet goes. I'll have some stuff in the car with me to hopefully work on some stuff, but oh, you're not? Doggone it. I was hoping that maybe you'd say, yeah, you're feeling a little better. So I hate that. But it's the time of year and it just sucks. But that's one thing I'm not missing about working in the public right now is that so far, thank you, Jesus, I have not got sick. And usually by now, I've already had a cold and working towards a second one. But I'm also on some different supplements right now, too, that have really been a game changer. So I think that's part of it. It hasn't hurt anything, I'll say that. So yeah, I've been working on stuff. I attempted one of those cube dogs, but I used, the plushy yarn, so it's going to make it bigger. And the embroidery and stuff is just, I'm working on that. I'm working on that, and I'm even contemplating getting some of the like safety noses because, but no, I need to get better at it. I need to get better at embroidering. I need to practice it. So I'll live, but it's slowing down production. Oh it does because whenever you feel like dog, no pun intended, because but anyway, I finished my pup, my little square pup, and it was a quick thing. I was just like, I'm just gonna see if I like it or not. It's okay. I'm gonna put it out. I'm not gonna make another one right now, but I tried. I tried. So here's my little square pup, which of course is bigger than what the pattern, you know, because I did use the plushy yarn. And he's a little tail. And his little floppy ears. He's a little, whatever. But you know what? For a little boy, little girl, they're just gonna be dragging around by the little tail, little ears, so it doesn't matter. But you know what? He's original. And I tried. So you gotta start somewhere, right? So got him done, and I have progress report on my Triceratops. I am gradually getting him put together. I still have his tail, arms, and legs to put together, but I think he's turning out decent. So I have one more that I need to make. So I just have his little legs and his little arms to do yet, and his little tail. I have it all done. Just have to put him on. And the cat is still the cat. I just have to put her together. I have everything done. Just have to put her together. So, and then the one snowman that I was working on that I've done two of them, but I think I'm going to make some as gifts. And it is off of is it MJ Off the Hook? And I'll put a link to this in my description because I didn't know for sure if I was going to go through some of this stuff, and this other stuff I'll link in the description too. But this little snowman that is so easy to do. And yeah, and he's been in a box. I've got a couple of him done, and now I'm working on a Christmas corner to corner. So hi, Stray. Thank you, Lenora. Thank you, Strybar. Strybar. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that, but I'm trying to use for the dog, for the cube dog, which he didn't end up turning out to cube. But anyway, for the most part, I did go ahead and use a worsted weight to try it, but I think what I'm going to have to do is use my cotton, which I almost used the cotton, but I think that's what I'm going to have to use. I think it's going to have to be my cotton thread yarn. So I'm just going to have to practice. I'm just going to have to, just crochet me a swatch and just practice on different plushes, the posh, the plush, the whatever, and go from. I'm still not going to be full on amigurumi stuff or anything like that. But since I am Clark Farms, I feel like that would be kind of cute to go along with part of what I'm doing is to have just a few animals, but it's not my whole line, because I really enjoy doing the blankets a lot. And I like doing the wearables, but the wearables aren't always a big seller. It just depends on where you're at, so I'm not going to give up on that. Um, but then, just kind of my other stuff too that I like to do with the hats. And I did get some fingerless gloves done. I didn't bring them over. I'll have to grab them here in a little bit. That turned out kind of cute. It was a different pattern that I had never used before that kind of has the fan shell stitch on it and stuff, which are kind of cute. Some people are a fan of the fingerless gloves, some aren't. Some are like, why wear a glove? And it's like, well, but some people that at work, even if they work in a cold environment and they're typing, then they do like to wear those. Or if they're on their phone a lot, or when they're driving and they don't want to take their gloves off, they don't want a full mitten. So I went ahead and made up a few of those, and to kind of match some of my boot cuffs. So, but anyway, I'm moving right along, but it is getting to crunch time. It is getting to crunch times. So, and I have some of my Christmas out. I finally did get my tree up. It's nothing fancy, but I at least did get it up. And I didn't even get all the decorations put on it, but it looks good enough. And my house is still all over the place, so that stresses me out a little bit too. But you know what? It shouldn't, and I'm not going to. I just can't let it stress me out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My house is lived in, and there's wonderful things happening. That's all that matters. All that matters. As long as I can keep my sanity and everything else, we're doing good. As far as the embroidery, it changes with each project and how the stitches end up laying. I haven't used cotton, but sometimes I have to use sport or fingering weight. That's good to know. Thank you, Lenora. Yeah, because I didn't think that. I do have some of that. I don't keep a lot of it, but yeah, I need to grab me probably a black and a pink and maybe a red or something. And yes, thank you, because I didn't think about that. So, but yeah, and that's right too, with the way the stitches are and what you're making and stuff like that and how they're going to lay. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Thank you for that. And I'm getting ready to try some little mini, well, I don't know how many they're going to be because I'm going to use the Posh, um, the Posh thread. Um, anyway, I had like three things floating in my head at the same time. But anyway, I'm going to use the Posh for that. So they will be a little bit bigger because I think what they're using is the worsted weight and the pattern that I found. But I wanted them to be a little bit bigger. I still want them to be, kind of little, like not quite pocket size, but a little bit bigger than that. So, and I think there's a dinosaur and just like a basic dinosaur and a triceratops of those two that I'm going to try to make. So I have my yarn laid out for that for later because I've not done them yet and I have to go buy a pattern. So I don't really want to have to go between my iPad and yeah, all that kind of stuff. And thank you, Lenora, for that confirmation. So I appreciate that. But anyway, what I'm doing right now with my blanket, I'm doing a corner to corner, and this is for me at my house, and this is what I want. I want it to be eclectic. I want it to be a mishmash of and just not gaudy, but just kind of that feeling of just cozy and just a throw together kind of scrap, but yet be something that's like, because it's, it's out of yarns of things that I've made of other projects and stuff like that. So it's pieces of me, so to speak, and pieces of things of people that I've made for people that I care about, and even just new friends that I meet at markets, things like that. And so that was kind of the concept behind this. I originally thought that was something different, but then I changed because it's like, no, you like the corner to corner. You really like the way it looks. Kind of things you actually enjoy. Yes, yes, Lenora. So I started out with these colors. It's what I worked on in my car the other day whenever I was going in between appointments. But what I'm doing now, I went and I did like two rounds of the red, beige, and I think it's fern maybe is what this green one was. But I'm going to use all different colors of like, because I pulled these out too. I have this one by Crafter Square that's uh oh, I'm jealous. I didn't realize that's the color of this one, but this darker kind of Christmas green a little bit. And then this is a hot red by Red Heart. My other red, and it doesn't even really look like a hot red really here, but I have the angels right here. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like it's the heavens coming down right here through my window. But yeah, the hot red by Red Heart that I thrifted for like, I don't, for $1. I thrifted for $1. And then I have this green, this by Big Twist. And yes, that Posh is by Big Twist because my brain was floating there whenever I was trying to. Forest Green for this one, I'm going to use too. And then Pound of Love, I'm going to use, and this is, I think, Sugar Cookie. Yeah, Sugar Cookie and the Pound of Love. So I'm going to switch between the Sugar Cookie and the beige that I have, which I think is, yeah, it's the Big Twist too, and it is just, it's cream, I guess. I'm going to switch between those two on my tans, so, or my off whites. Hey, you know what? As you know, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to going and sitting in a parking lot. I am not. So, hopefully, I don't know. I haven't got an update from Sam yesterday, and of course, he hasn't been up yet today. So, so far, I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm on here and I'm going and whatever, but for him, I've just felt so bad for him because it's been really hard. And of course, he has to have the internet to work and stuff. So, he's making do and he's doing what he needs to for right now. But, oh, good morning. Hello, Kathy. Um, so I don't know. He said that he was going to wait through today to see how things go, and then he's going to go back in and talk to him because he's not getting any answers, and I don't know what's going on. And you would think a company for tech support would have answers, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They keep telling him, updates and all this kind of stuff and whatever, and who knows. So he wondered if it had something to do with like his data and stuff, but he has unlimited. So, but he also said, that he thinks that it does get to a certain point and then it slows down. But he said that he wasn't even at that level if that was the case. Because I even know with ours, I think if we use an abundance sometimes, which we hardly ever do on the phone, then it can kind of start to lag a little bit. So, oh my gosh, my hair. Anyway, so don't care. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. So anyway, oh, and then look at my shirt. Yesterday, like I said, I'm volunteering at the place that I used to work that I left recently in August that I retired from. And we would always have a big gift certificate sale every year right before Christmas. So through the whole month of December basically and at different times, but right now is our big special 3-day sale that we would always have. And so I volunteered that I would come and work a few days through the month of December, each week if I could, whatever. So this week it was yesterday and today. So I'm going in today to volunteer my time to sell some gift certificates. So whenever I was there yesterday, my best worker buddy friend, which she is very much one of my best friends, she gave me this. It's so cute because she knows I like chickens. And so it has little Santa hats and everything. Isn't it adorable? And I'm wearing my boot. I'll take it out. My boot Christmas earrings to go with it. So I'm all decked out today. Just dropped my hook. So I'm all decked out today for Christmas. So yeah. So I'll have fun with it. It'll be fun. It's the cutest thing. It is the cutest thing ever. And I got my long duster sweater on. I got my boots on. I'm all ready. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to roll. So good grief! I keep dropping everything. Thought I had everything untangled to get ready to go, and now, of course, I grab it to where it's not. But that's all right. That's the way I roll. And watch, I probably had it laying on my lap. Oh yeah, yeah, I did. I had it strung all up here. What do you know? I was prepared and lost my brains, lost my cookies, as I say a lot. Grab my hook again. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Otherwise, are you working on any projects? Have you been able to work on anything at all, Lenora? Or are you just kind of taking it easy? Okay, John, come on. Get it to working. Okay, I'm having some difficulties. Okay, I think I got it. This pound of love is just enough different. There's just something different about it. I like it. I like the feel of it. I like really the way it works up and stuff. But again, there is some of the colors that and I've said this before, that want to split. So another octopus. Now I'm working on a goat. Oh, a goat! Yes, I seen that astronaut. I love that. I loved that astronaut. A goat? Oh my gosh. Are you going to put the goat up on Facebook so I can see it? Because I think that'll be stinking cute. Okay. Overalls. Oh my gosh. That's going to be adorable. That is going to be adorable. I can't wait to see that. And I think this sugar cookie is going to be fine. It's a little bit warmer, but it's still within the shade, and I think it's going to look good. Because I just kind of want it, like I said, to be just kind of a mix of colors as far as Christmas, your basic green, red. And I'm not using white. I didn't want stark white because I am not, I mean, I like white, don't get me wrong. But you know what? This thing's going to get used and thrown around, and I have grandbabies and all the things. So white's just going to end up being that later anyway. So, and I believe it was 17 degrees whenever I got up this morning. So it was nice and cold and windy. Windy, windy, windy. And of course, Lou wanted out. And as soon as that cold air hit her nose, she was like, I don't know. But she went, but she didn't stay out very long. Now she's passed out on the couch, but she had a long night because it was so windy. She doesn't like wind. She doesn't like strong wind. And so she kind of gets a little anxious, like she would with a storm or anything. So, yes, those lost blankies are important. They're very important. Working on a blue ombre throw blanket afghan for my youngest grandson. Yes, nice, Kathy. And I was going to say, am I getting thrown off? But I was starting to get a little pixely there on my end anyway. And yes, all those shades of blue, that will be so pretty, Kathy. My little grandson, that's his favorite color is blue. And then my other grandson, his is orange right now. So, but I think his changes every whip stitch. So, Because I had to ask, okay, now what's his favorite color right now? Because I never know. With gray, it's always blue. Yes, please do, Kathy, so I can see it. You're welcome. I got a lot of my Christmas shopping done yesterday because yesterday was going to be the last day that I could use. I had a 40% off coupon from Kohl's. So it was like, I worked on it first thing in the morning, and then I was volunteering. I had a little bit of downtime in between that I kind of finished it up. So I made out pretty good for some stuff on Kohl's, but then there was still stuff I was trying to find, so I switched to Amazon and actually found a few things on there. I didn't find anything really during the like Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff, whatever, that I was necessarily looking for. But I still found things that were, reasonably priced, and some things were on sale still, from some stuff, or not still, it wasn't anything that was cyber or anything like that, but they were just running a sale on different things that I don't remember seeing whenever I initially looked before, but and my oldest up north, whenever they come to stay, oh, I'm getting pixely. Um, when they come from up north, of course, I have the bed and everything downstairs. Well, they complain about the bed. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of issue, but I think it's worked out maybe. They always complain about the bed, and it's an antique sleigh bed, and it's hard to find a mattress for it because the people that I bought it from, it came in as a set as a sleigh bed, a nightstand, and a dresser with the swivel mirror, and they're gorgeous, gorgeous. And there were pieces actually from her grandmother, I think grandmother or great grandmother, but she was ready to part with them. I only paid $100 for the complete thing. And it could be because we know that she knows me. I don't know, maybe not. But I even was like, are you sure? Because they're in gorgeous, perfect condition. They're beautiful. But the mattress didn't come with it. She kept the mattress, which is fine because but now to find a mattress for this sleigh bed that's a full size, it's not a twin, it's considered a full or a 3/4, because back in the day they had. So I found one on Amazon yesterday. I ordered it, so crossing my fingers that it will be good. I don't know. So I texted the kids last night and said, I finally ordered a new mattress. So they were all hearting that up because that's where they sleep when they come, which they have air mattresses that they've brought to. But honestly, it's not that bad. It's just that it's not their bed. But you know what? I sleep in their beds that they have at their house when I go. So, but anyway, trying to please everybody. So what we'll probably do is keep the mattress that is on the bed right now and put it to the floor. The kids can have it to sleep on because there's nothing wrong with with that mattress at all. It's just that it doesn't fit the greatest on that bed. There is one of the corners that doesn't want to go all the way down. So I will admit it's a little bit just slightly that way. So I understand the complaint, but you go with what works for the time until you can find what you're looking for. So, hopefully this mattress works. It's like a memory foam type based. I think it was 10 inches maybe. I don't remember now. It wasn't any smaller than that as far as like thickness goes, but 10 or 12. I think it was 10. So, I'm hoping. Okay. I'm going to try to find me some Christmas music. Yeah, I'm going to do it real quick first. Keep caught on my Vlogmas stuff. Gray has a little Christmas program on Saturday, so that's going to be fun. Be our first little school event for him. So we'll see how that goes. Because he doesn't seem to be a shy child, really. So we'll see whenever it comes to. But his class and stuff isn't very big. It's really small class sizes and stuff. So Shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Be nice if I could get Whitney to drive, but I'm not going to do that to him because he'll have to work tomorrow, and that's all he does is drive. So I'll be the driver there, and then I'll coax him into driving home so that I can work on some stuff on the way home, maybe. Because I know I won't work on anything while I'm there at all. Don't plan on it. Luna was over there snoring for a minute. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start yawning. It's so nice and quiet and peaceful in here right now, and it's just, yeah, relaxing. I don't need to be getting sleepy though because I need to leave here like between 1:30 and 2. Heard something buzzing and I took my garment off because whenever I crochet and have my garment on, oh, I'm walking all day nonstop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I found that I cannot wear it and crochet at the same time. Too much movement, and oh my gosh, it's just like I'm working out all day long if I'm wearing it and crocheting at the same time. Which I guess, I am working out a little bit, I guess. You've been waiting for me to had to be able to do one stitch. Oh no. It's for blankies and things of that nature. And so those are very important right now. So interesting. One of the girls I follow, they got as one of their promotional things, it is a tree, tree stand and it rotates and has a built in speaker. Never heard of that, never seen that before. I think that's what it must be because they're getting ready to put it together. I don't have it turned up enough to where I can hear. So I'm kind of interested to see how that turns out. And I seen yesterday, it was last night when I was scrolling through some of the shorts and stuff. Um, there was one where the people they put their pole up for their tree and wrapped it in lights And then for each layer of greenery, like the first layer of greenery, then they would lay lights out, like string them on that bottom layer. Then they'd put the next layer of greenery, another layer of lights next, and just built it that way. It was pretty cool. Our tree isn't like that. It like folds down, but and it's pre-lit. But once I plug my tree in, unless we're going to be gone and stuff like that, I'll unplug it, of course, then. But once it's plugged in, it stays plugged in pretty well all day. So, um, don't know how long the life of that will last with us, but because there is some that are already out, and we've had this tree for a few years already. It was a display at Menards actually, and we got it for like nothing, nothing. We couldn't pass it up, and we were needing another tree because, like I said, I had a forest tree in here that was way too big for that corner, and it's at the kids' house now because they have ample room to put that tree, and it goes perfect in their main level of the house. So they live in a tri level, like I said. So, but, and I was looking for more of a flocked tree, and they had this. So we'll see. See how much life we get out of the lights. The other tree we had was a pre-lit too that my parents had had, and they just wanted something smaller. They had enough room for it, but they just wanted something smaller and flocked. And so we just put lights on it. I mean, after the other ones went out, and that's what we'll do with this one too. So not a big deal. In my world, that's what we call a fire hazard with all those layers. Well, you make a valid point, Lenora. Oh, the tree is just like a little tabletop type tree, even. It's cute. But yeah, I mean, there's the potential for that, I guess. Oh, it was pretty. Please be kind in your comments. When I have comments being held for review, I just ask that everyone be kind. Oh my, now I've got a stretch of this where it's like super thin. I had not had that happen with this pound of love, with any of it, but there's like a segment here where it's like super thin, like almost a fingering sport weight. Hmm. I hope it gets through it quickly because it seems like it's okay. I think it's maybe okay. It's moving out of it. Granted, this blanket is for my house, but oh boy, I hope there isn't any more of that. Maybe it's won't be enough to really be able to. Oh, excuse me. Well, goodness, Lou. She's been getting in trouble because she is wanting to look at that paw again. And it's just going to take time for that nail to grow back and stuff. And I keep, every time I say cone, then she quits because she knows. She doesn't want the cone back on, but she still tries to lick it. But she's getting along on it just fine. She's not been having any trouble anymore. Not favoring it or anything anymore, so that's good. Oh, doggone it. Oh, factory knot. I'm getting kind of all kinds of things in this skein, and it's a brand new one. I hadn't even been in it yet, but I love this color. This shirt is one of my favorite colors. Oh, what am I doing? No, no, no. What's oh gosh. Yeah. Oh, I just realized what. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to rip this all out. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, no. Yeah, I'm good. I got the width pretty well of what I wanted, but honestly, no. I think doing a few more was good to make it just a little bit more drapey. Or what I may do is just go ahead and finish this segment because now I just need to build the length. Because I got the width of what I want, I just need to build the length. So I think we'll finish this out. 1, 2, 3. I only have 2 more rows of this, and I think that will be perfectly fine. And then I'll start working on length and stop on the width. And I have to remember that when I get to row 5. Everybody remind me of that. I was working on a bucket hat for my granddaughter. I was almost done and ran out of yarn. Oh no! So you played a little bit of yarn chicken? Aw. Well, somebody will have to get you some. Or order some or something, I guess. Hopefully, it's one that you can still find. Sure, you can find it somewhere online. I'm trying to get my daughter to pick it up for me. Yep, there you go. Oh, I forgot this girl uses her Centro to make her hats and stuff. Or her scarves, I think. Yeah. Yeah, for her scarves, she does. She was talking about making hats, and I was like, oh, I'll get to watch her make her hats. But she's making scarves. I don't know about that Centro thing. I mean, it is something for people that, that they can still make made things and stuff like that. But nothing wrong with it. I just don't prefer to do it that way. But if you do not like knitted things and you're not an avid knitter, and then yeah, it's definitely a way to get things done pretty quick. But there was one girl I was watching one day that uses it too, and she was dropping stitches left and right, and I'm thinking that's a pain in the butt. Oh, awesome, Kathy. There you go. Awesome. Excuse me. Kind of feel like it's cheating when you use it. Yes, I wasn't going to say that, Lenore. I was trying to be subtle, but that's kind of what. Yeah, that you said it right there. Yeah, because I was actually right before you put that. I was sitting here thinking, do they advertise that, and do they put then that it's machine made and not handmade? Are they truthful about it? Whenever people ask, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, handcrafted is handcrafted. So, yeah. Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, we're all in agreement on that. So, because this lady, she does do the majority of her stuff is handmade. She does a lot of plushies and on the side of amigurumi type stuff. She doesn't do a whole lot of hats and things like that, but during winter time she does for her markets. So there are some of her stuff that she does crochet because there is a scarf she has on right now that she very much did crochet that one. You can tell she did. And it's really pretty. It has like the red and the white and the green and it's gorgeous. But yeah, the other stuff like her head wraps, like her twisted head wraps. She does that on the center. She does the majority of her scarves, on the center. But it looked like her hats this year, it looked like she had crocheted. So that's what I was like excited, thinking, oh, I'm going to see how she crochets her hats. But she's not doing that right now. And then she got the center out, and I was like, is that how she's going to make them? So, yeah. Okay, she is crocheting one right now. So, good. And she uses it looks like she's using the chunky yarn, probably like the 5 and 6 weight. Thank you, Lenora. Yeah, and that's what I fear, Lenora. They still say it's handcrafted, because they're cranking a crank, I guess. you know I don't know. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that's all they use is just that, you know and don't use anything else. I mean, because you can crank them out. Because that's the one thing that I do get complimented on, because people can tell that but people that don't do it, they'll be like, you do this? It's like, yeah, it's everything that I do is by my hands and a hook. And, the people, that do know the crochet and stuff and whatever, and that kind of dabble in it a little bit just as, for them to just work on stuff for them and whatever, not really do it as a business or anything. They know and can tell and stuff. And that's what I do get complimented on, was that you can tell that it's handcrafted and that I put my time into it. And, you know, and that's what people really do kind of look for more in my world, anyway. Now, that scarf that she made is really pretty. And it is. She did crochet it. And where she lives, I absolutely know why she makes them the way she does and the thickness and stuff, because she lives in a state that gets pretty cold. And I cannot get my. Okay, here I was talking about how this wants to split. I can't even get my hook through right now for some reason. Don't know. I'm using an L hook. My stitches are not tight. I don't know what I did. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. I had to show who was boss. I met a lady that was telling me how her and her son made like 70 some hats. I, of course, was really impressed until she kept talking about it. Came out they were using a loom. Yeah. Right? Okay. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Okay, I have one more row. Oh gosh, I got a fuzzy or something. I'm gagging on fuzzies. Excuse me. They still made them, but not as impressive since you can make twice as many. Right. Yeah. And I've not ever tried any of the machines, the looms, anything like that, because they don't interest me. And like I said, with the one girl I was watching the other day, I mean, she was having to stop because and she just quit because it was like it was dropping stitches all over the place. And it's like, what good's that? You know? Okay, I'm going to turn on the Christmas music. And yeah, like you said, it's not quite as impressive whenever you find out that it was, on a loom and done that way, which I mean, don't get me wrong, there's things that are made on looms that are gorgeous, that are beautiful, and, you know, but like you said, it's like, okay. Oh my goodness. I need to go down in the basement and try to find my collar that goes around the bottom of my tree. It's a real pretty wicker one that I found at Menards a few years ago, and I haven't got it brought up yet. It's probably what I'll do later this evening, maybe when I get home, because I'll go work out before I come home, and then I have a little bit of tomorrow before we leave. So I don't know what my plan is for tomorrow. I really want to go and work out in the morning, and then I thought about getting on here for a little bit in the morning, which I still could, and still get a few things done because I don't know how late Whitney's going to have to work, depending on when he gets home, what his schedule is, and hopefully it's not too late, but if it is, it is. We've we've went up at all hours. And it just seems like since I retired, my time is just clicking away. But I said, my day just goes because I do have just kind of a plan for my day, and it's stuff that I enjoy doing. I'm not sitting there watching the clock, so to speak. And so I think that's one thing is that, I'm doing things that I enjoy, focusing on things differently and stuff, and my time is just clicking away. And it's like it can slow down anytime, but also right now with markets and stuff, and my time, it doesn't seem like I'm sitting crocheting for those big chunks of time. But then even whenever I'm on here, it's like 3 hours seems like 30 minutes or less. But again, it's stuff that I enjoy and I like being on here and stuff and I get stuff done, but it doesn't seem like it's taken me 3 hours. And I just feel like as I get older, and like everybody tells us, it's like, oh, time flies. Because I remember a week or even a day felt like a week felt like a month, and a month felt like a year whenever I was a lot younger. And now it's just like I know I have the same amount of time in a day as what I've always had, but it sure doesn't feel like it sometimes. But it's all stuff I'm enjoying too at the same time, so I can't complain. Well, yeah, Chosen. I just now seen. Yeah, because I am one of the. Yeah, I should have went back. I'm having to go back because my messages. No, they still call it handcrafted. They still made them, but okay. I bought one of those machines, but I couldn't figure it out. I don't even use it. Yeah, I've not ever bought one, so of the machines. The round looks still have as much work into them, but the looms, you just crank a handle, not so much, right? Round looms, yes. And yeah, Chosen, you're still here? What did you do? Camp out? I didn't even know you were here. And I just now noticed you have a black dot. You have nothing there. Not even your initial. You're just wanting to live incognito. Okay. Okay, now I need to remember to do length and not width. So I'm going to decide which green I want now. I think I'm going to go with this one that's a little brighter. That's the Forest Green by Big Twist. I keep wanting to say Big Stitch, and I know that's not it. And in my brain, I keep wanting to say that. Big Twist. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of Big Twist. I do enjoy the Big Twist. And I love their colors. I'm a fan. And they're reasonably priced. Holds up great, especially using it for my wearables. I'm a fan. And I'm glad that I found out about it. Okay. Started my forest green. I don't know. I have a feeling I'm going to have to keep refreshing. Maybe not. Well, he must have disappeared again because he's not saying anything. He did say something. He wanders off. Right? Made his presence known and then he wandered off. He'll check in maybe in about 20 minutes. Maybe. He's usually a little more vocal than that, so That's why I made that comment. And I am getting so close to my first 3,000 watch hours. And it's like, uh, and so close to my first 500. And that's just been in the matter of just what the last couple months when I've been doing my lives. Um, because I had like hardly any watch time as far as, I mean, I had some, but not near what I had built in just these last couple months. Because the majority of my stuff was shorts, and I had a lot of short views, but you have to have like 3 million, I think, or something like that. Well, I wasn't even close. And so now it's like I'm getting closer, and once I reach, because I think I have to have 4,000 watch hours. Is it 4,000 or 5,000? I think to and 1,000 subscribers to go any further with anything, which would be great. You know, it's a goal, but I'm just excited about getting to the first level of everything, and as quickly as what it seems like it's went. I know, and that's okay. And if people just want to be on here and watching me and not even watching me, just carry me around in their pocket or in the car, I'll take it. And on those days that I sit for hours, I honestly have the time to do it. And that's the only time that I'm going to be on during those days, probably. And that's the time that I would just be dedicating to sitting to crochet anyway. Okay, Kathy. I'm glad that you stopped in and joined us for a while, though. I always like to get to see you. So you have a great rest of your day and good luck on finishing your blanket and hats and all the things. So hope to see you again soon and look forward to seeing your projects on Facebook. Yeah, there's a possibility that I might be on tonight, but I don't know for sure. It just depends. Just depends. Take care, Kathy. I really like this green against this sugar cookie. You're not going to be able to, it looks darker there than what it is true, but it looks really good. It just kind of gives me that retro feel of like the even like the retro kind of striped sweater look. It's okay with you sitting for hours crocheting because then I can say I have to work. John is on. Sitting right. Well, it gives incentive. It gives incentive, and again, it feels like you're with somebody else doing it, and it makes it nicer. And I have certainly learned a lot from you and from others that have been on here, and making connections with other people and finding other people out there with different, it's just, yeah. Oh shoot, okay, gotta rein it in here. I'm doing length, not width. Changing it up. Because even though I've been crocheting for a million years, because I'm ancient, and, you know, there's still so much to learn. So much to learn. And that is the beauty of it, honestly. The beauty of it. It makes it exciting. Because I found, and it's a stitch that I'm sure other people have done. I don't even remember what they called it. It's a really pretty one. It almost reminds me of another stitch that people make it way more complicated than what it needs to be. And I can't remember the name of it, or I would say, but so I'm gonna try using it to make a wearable, make one of my vests or something out of. I think I am so low on inventory. I'm going to be sitting a lot over the winter months. Yeah, I'd be sitting for that long anyways too. It's just more fun while you're on. Yeah, and that, yeah, it does make it more fun because we get entertained and we entertain each other. So we had our last market yesterday, but I have at least 5 custom orders to get done before Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, that Triceratops is one order. That cat that I just need to get her sewn together because she's done, except for just putting on her little legs in the front and her tail and her head. I still have to put her head on. Um, and the Triceratops, like I said, just have to sew on his, legs and tail and arms. And the other Triceratops is for my grandson, which, I'll get it done. And I can even give that to him later if I want to in April for his birthday. Um, and I already have the chicken done that someone had wanted. Uh, the baby blanket, I'm getting pretty close to having all the squares done on it. So it won't take me long to put that together for no bigger than what it is. And but it's after Christmas on that. So but I still want to have it done by the beginning of January. Um, because I even know the girl that it's going to and stuff, so I kind of know when she's due. Um, so I want to get that to the gal that's giving that to her. I already have the other baby blanket done, but it was a big granny square, the heart granny square, and got it done and shipped out. She got it picked up. So, and I don't know for sure what I'm gonna do about my next market. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna do the one in January. I think it's at the end of January. I haven't decided yet. So, my daughter brought over one of the scrap monsters to put together. For the love of God, I couldn't remember how the pieces went together. She had to tell me yesterday what some of the pieces were. Oh no. So, right now, with this market that I have on the 14th, I'm just wanting to, you know, make sure that I have everything ready for it. And I'm going to do a mock setup here at home because I have a different way that I want to display this time. And because I have different stuff now to do it, and I just bit the bullet and ordered some things that are basic, and I'm trying to make it as easy for me as possible, like I said before. So then, because it is me, myself, and I don't have anybody else that helps me with this. So, um, trying to make it as easy as possible for me for setup and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I want to go through all of that next week, like first of the week, because even I might even try to do something Sunday, even start getting stuff out and kind of piecing things together and stuff and seeing how I want to do it. Because I still want to have plenty of items with me just in case, but not be so overdone that I just have so much work of unpacking and repacking and because you just never know how a show's going to go. So, and this one I anticipate with there being, it's going to be a lot of kid presents there, a lot of kids, and they're going to have like a little elf workshop and stuff set up in there, and the kids can be messing with that and playing and doing different crafts and stuff, and the parents can shop. But then I also want to have stuff for the little kids, you know that they can even come along, and if there's some little thing that they want to get for somebody, like one of their siblings or something, or I do have some earrings made up and stuff, so like that type of thing maybe, because they used to, I think talked about this before. Oh, it's been a while. They used to have like a little mouse house where they would have different crafters or just people in general, come, and little kids could come through and get like gifts for their parents or their siblings and things like that. So I was kind of, that's what I'm kind of gearing a little bit of my stuff to as well, but not going crazy and driving myself crazy and doing it too much. And what I get done is what I get done, and nobody's going to know any different but me. So it doesn't matter. So will you start with your markets again like in the spring, or when do you usually start up again? What's kind of your season that you guys prefer to participate in? March, and this one comes up in February. Gotcha. That's the thing with that one, the lady that contacted me with that mall and stuff with the schedule she has. If I stick to that, I would have plenty of markets just on that alone. But I don't know that I want to put all my eggs in that one basket, you know. But the thing is, it's very reasonably priced. So we'll see. And I've looked into the ones up north closer to the kids, but oh my gosh, how much you would have to pay for a spot. There's no way. I mean, it would be kind of fun to try it one time, but what I should do is just go and attend one of those markets and see kind of how it's set up and what they do. Um, and kind of get a feel for, because oh my, some of those places you have to pay an arm and a leg, and if you're not guaranteed to make anything, I don't know that I'm willing to lose that much money. But I don't know how big these venues are, some places either too. And so, like I said, I should just plan a trip just to go to some of them and kind of scope them out. And yes, there would be more traffic volume probably in some of those, but in some of them not necessarily. So I don't know. We have one that is once a month, but I prefer to do the first and last one because the ones in between are too unpredictable. One that is once a month, but I prefer to do the first. Yeah. And somebody else that just popped in my head, Randy. We haven't seen him in a while, which I know he was going to travel for Thanksgiving, and then he was having family over, so I hope everything with him is good. I figured he's probably trying to recoup after all that. Yes. Thursday is one of the worst days of the week. Oh no, K Master. I hope you're doing okay though. Nice to see you back. But yes, I figure probably too. And I know he mentioned that he, has some health things. So yeah, he's probably taking time to recoup. Because it was going to be busy, busy for him and traveling and everything too. Black Friday shopping was a bust. There wasn't anything good and it was sold or cold outside. Yes, I was wondering how your experience went. So, well, that's too bad that you didn't make out with some good stuff. And yes, it was cold. I didn't even find anything online. I kind of, skimmed through some stuff and even Cyber Monday. I was kind of skimming through stuff and nothing was just grabbing me. I had more luck yesterday just on having my coupon deals and stuff like that. And I had a bunch of rewards money saved up on my Amazon and had a for the mattress that I ended up buying, I had a $35 coupon I could clip for it even too. So I made out pretty good yesterday just on the normal everyday saving stuff and whatever. So I got quite a bit of my Christmas shopping done. I still have some to do. All that stuff should be here like Tuesday, Wednesday, I think, of next week. So, which will be fine because after my market, then it's going to be full on. I'm not worrying about anything else. I'm just going to be full on enjoying the rest of the Christmas holiday time. And because my holiday will very much go into January, pretty well all through January too. So I'm going to have plenty of time to enjoy stuff. Because we'll have a family night in there, I'll have a girlfriend night in there, where people will be here at the house and stuff. So I look forward to that. And it gives me the push and incentive to get even more of my house projects done. The experience wasn't anything special and should have slept in. Well, yeah, that's why I don't do it anymore. It's just not worth it. Yes, and it will be fun because there's a group of us girls that, and we worked together too, but there's a very small group of us that we call ourselves DSD, and there's a reason behind that, but uh, standing for desperately seeking decency. So, um, but anyway, we just have a little group and we get together and we just enjoy chit chat, food, eat, all the things, and just kindness. So, We went and stayed in Airbnbs before, kind of like for the holiday as a gift for each other. But I don't know that we'll do that this year. We have a few Airbnbs here in my home, in the town that I grew up in my hometown, that they turned like back in the 50s, 60s. I mean, it was even opened, I think, in the 70s. But anyway, soda shop, and they reopened it quite a few years ago when the kids were a little bit younger and would serve, like lunch and dinner and things like that. But then they closed it again and they never reopened it, but they turned it into an Airbnb, and it is the cutest thing ever. And my mom, she's like, I just want to go in and see what it looks like. And I have contemplated renting it just for like our little weekend, and then we can go um, and just do things in my little hometown. There's a couple of shops that we could go to, and then um, on down the road we have the town that has all the big things. So we could go and do that and go to the different shops there and stuff. But I don't know if we'll end up doing that at some point in time, even later. It would be kind of fun to do it. So, and of course, go out to eat, do all the fun things that way. So I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to decide because honestly, I thought about that being my Christmas gift to the two of them, me just putting together something and then us collectively coming up with a date. So, and me setting it up and doing all the things, and then they just need to show up. So, but we would have to agree on a weekend time, and that's kind of hard sometimes. But I'm definitely going to have an evening where they're over here and can enjoy the Christmas ambiance. And Luna loves them too, and they're all dog people. And so, yeah, she'll get a kick out of it. Maybe when I get rich, I could rent it and we could crochet together in person. Yes! Oh my gosh. Well, we can make something happen. It doesn't have to be. And then they have an old grocery store too. It was Elmer's at one time. And then it was a gas station, I think, at one time too, that they have turned into an Airbnb. That's pretty neat the way they have it done up too. And then they have another house that somebody has done that's on our main street. So we do have a couple, and we have thrown around the idea of where we used to live. It's part of Whitney's ground and everything where we used to live. And it was our old farmhouse there. And we have thought about doing something over there because we do have so many people that come through that are looking for places for extended stay, and they would prefer, like an Airbnb style type thing. Um, and because we have a lot of traveling nurses, doctors, things like that, that's through here all the time because of where we live and interstate and just all of the communities around us and stuff. So we thrown around that idea and when we have been looking at kind of what style of what we want to have placed there. What I wanted to do originally was turn our old house, just redo it, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it. So, because we have concerns that there's lead possibly, and so yeah. So if we end up doing something like that, then you could always just come and stay. It wouldn't cost you a thing. I wish to hit big on a scratch off ticket, win a couple million so I don't have to work anymore. Yeah, I mean, always sounds like a good plan. Goodness, Lou. Shaking it out. You have a good sleep? Did you have a good sleep? Get all your sleep in? Okay, I'm gonna go warm up my coffee. Good thing is I went to the gym this morning and saw the girl I like. Oh gosh. Well, good luck with that. Guess give you more incentive to go to the gym and work out. Okay, I'll be right back. I think Lou has to go potty, and I am going to. Oh, see, you can see my chickens. You can see them even better. Um, Warm up my coffee and let her outside. And I'm gonna try not to knock everything over as I go. Sorry, I hope I'm not getting you seasick. Okay, you need to go inside and go potty? Okay, stay where I can see you. Are you gonna go or no? Okay, stay where I can see you. Oh, you're back already. That was fast. Is it too chilly? Want me to put your sweater on? Need your sweater on your belly? Hmm. There you go. get me a protein bar. We we may have to plan 6 months in advance because that's the way my life goes sometimes too, Lenora. And even then, sometimes something happens. Because every year, what I do with my Christmas cards is that I put in I do like every second or third week. It just depends on how things fall with birthdays and things like that. For doing family night, because I host family night here one night a month, and because I wanted to get back to us doing stuff like that, as a family and stuff, my siblings and my mom and dad and cousins and all that kind of stuff. So, well, like our children, our siblings, my siblings' children and things like that. And then their kids, even, our grandchildren. And the kids up north have not, I think, I'm trying to remember. No, they have not been able to make it to any of them yet. And I've been doing it for 2 or 3 years now. And, but like this last year, we have hardly got to do it at all because just the way everything was falling. Then Whitney got sick, and we're getting through that. And just life, But there's times, oh my goodness, there's times where it's just been us and my parents, or it might just be us and my parents and my brother and his wife, or there's sometimes that we'll have 30 people. So we just make it work for whatever. But it's hard to do. It's hard to do. What I want to do sometime on my own, or if anybody wants to go with me, is I think that Hirschner's, there's only one Hirschner's, I think, and it's like in Wisconsin, or I think, or something like that, maybe. And I would love to go there. Oh, yeah, and you could split it up, though. And our house isn't very big either. I mean, now granted, our house is way bigger than what our other house was. Our little farmhouse was literally, once upon a time, a one-room house that they did go on and add a bedroom and a bathroom to, from my understanding. My sister-in-law and her kids, she had 5 kids, lived in this house. There was only 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen dining room that was all together. The kitchen dining room, I had to have my stove, refrigerator, and at that time Whitney had bought me a portable dishwasher. So I had that in there. I had my washer and dryer in there, and we had our chest freezer in there. And we made it work. And you know what? It gave me extra counter space. And we had it decorated cute. I mean, it was like, I decorated it like a farmhouse. And then our living room, it was just kind of a big square. I mean, it was enough to have a couch, recliner, We had our entertainment center kind of set at the side, cattywampus. I had my computer set up in there and my computer desk. So it was enough to house that. And it was just the four of us. I mean, it wasn't, the boys shared a room. And so we had enough room for us, So, but then whenever we moved to this house, we were like, oh my gosh, this thing is like a mansion, you know, because of the space, because I always wanted a basement. Why? I mean, yes, I'm glad we do have it, but what I would prefer now is something completely different. And so, and on down the line, who knows, whatever, things change. So, we do have a lot more room. And originally, this house only had two bedrooms, but we had converted part of the bed in the basement. I converted part of the basement into a bedroom that has like a living room and stuff because that part of the basement they did go ahead and finish and it was carpeted and everything, but I ripped that all out. But the other side of the basement, like where the laundry room and everything like that is at now, that part can be at one time in that part I did have an office area, which I would still like to either turn it into another office area or just like a little area for me where I can put all my craft things and put all my yarn and all that in and where I could do my lives and stuff, but I don't think it's going to work in that part of the basement with the way we have everything set up. I don't think my lives will do as good because we're doing the best we can being upstairs and doing all the things here. So, but um, if Sam continues to still be here, it may be something that he'll want to move to that down there. But again, with him doing his lives and doing all that, I don't know how that's going to work because he's in their old, what was their bedroom up here. So we have actually, it will end up being that we have four bedrooms then in this house. And the extra living area and everything because we've converted all of that. So we've actually added a lot of value to our house by doing everything that we have done. So that's what Whitney said. He was like, now watch, we'll get everything done and get it the way we kind of want it or whatever. And then we're going to want to sell it. And I was like, well, I don't know that I want to sell it because I love the location. It's beautiful. I love I just do. Because we are gradually making it our own, because whenever we were first here, we couldn't afford to do all the things. We were making a house payment and doing all the things, and we had kids, and they were young and in everything, and that's what we did. So now that we do have time and are able to do certain things along the way, because I mean, we don't take out a loan or anything. We just save and do it in chunks and that's why it's taken us the 10-year plan, and some of my things have changed of what I wanted to do, and which is okay, because I've had time then to think and rethink and research and do and whatever. So yeah, it's all worked out, but oh man, life goals. I would love to do that. Better start the savings fund. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that is the one good thing about this house is that we have been able to expand a little bit and, you know, hopefully if it is something that we end up that we do decide that we want to sell it and do something different. I really don't want to though. I want to keep it if we even decide to do something over at the other place and not do an Airbnb and we just want more of a tiny house and have this still to have for the kids and everything because we have plenty of ground here. that the kid, another one of the kids could build on it if they wanted to or whatever, and still have their privacy and plenty of space and stuff, because we have across the way that they can have a part, a plot there to even build on. Will that happen? I don't know. Right now, no, I know that. But when their kids get older and stuff, I don't know. As they get older, as the two younger ones get older, there's a possibility. With the other two right now, you know, they're fully in school and doing all the things, and, you know, and have their friends and family, up that way too. And I don't ever see them moving right back here, you know, soon or anything like that. But as they get older, there might be a possibility. And I know they want me to move up there, and I've already done told them it ain't happening. Can you imagine how many hours we could spend in there? Oh, yes. I do. I can, because it was a spot for me years ago when we first moved here. I had everything set up in there for me and my computer and doing all the things and stuff. And but now Whitney, he took it over, and oh my gosh, I've had to go and oh, he doesn't like to get rid of anything, but he has been. I'm saying past tense. He never used to want to get rid of anything, and he, oh my. But you know what? Once I started going through and doing the minimal deal, he actually did. I mean, I he got on board, and I was like, "Thank you." Because I was ready to just get rid of everything. And really, for the most part, I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. And I started that, I think it was January of 2019, I think is when I started that. I think it was. It was either 18 or 19. I can't remember now. And I was on it. I mean, I watched the whole thing of the KonMari thing, and then I was hooked. And then to keep me on track, I just started watching Hoarders, which I have mentioned that before. And I mean, my butt was on fire for that. And I mean, I remember having just trash bags lined up of just stuff to get rid of, because even with all of my moves and us moving from that farmhouse to here, I just really, I mean, I didn't think we had that much stuff, but we also had a little storage building outside that we had some stuff in. But I never really purged anything before or during our move, because whenever we were moving, it was like boom, boom, boom. It happened so fast, we had no time. And so it just all kind of came with. And I still had boxes out in the garage to go through that sat out there for years. We finally got all that stuff taken care of and done though, but it just made me sick because there was some stuff in there of the kids, excuse me, that I wish so bad that we could have been able to keep, that we could have passed down. But then it was like, it doesn't, the other kids didn't know anything about it. And, whenever we think that, it's more on us and things, and not even anything with our kids too much, because it's nothing that the kids have even talked about or even missed. But I do feel bad about that, because there were different things that I wish that we could have kept. But it sat out there for too long. There was no way I wasn't going to keep it. So, but now it's like I hit a busy season again, And it used to be every 3 months I would try to go through things and I would try to purge and do and everything. And it felt so good because then everything wasn't piling up. But now it's probably been a good 9 months since I have went through, or maybe even a year. It's probably been a year and more but I still do kind of just do a skim every now and then. I'll be like, okay, I need to go through a few things, which I do still do that, but not like I used to, like being intentional and touching everything, not everything, but every room a little bit at a time. But yeah, I need to do it this year. I am on it for January. I wanted to do it. I wanted to try to do it before Christmas because it does make more sense with maybe stuff coming in. But then the more that I thought about it, it's like we're really not doing that this year. Um, because like with my parents and stuff, we've totally changed it. We don't really get like we don't give gifts to everyone. We get for our mom and dad, but we all go together on that, you know. So we don't have a bunch of gifts coming in from that way. We don't get together with Whitney's side at all. So we don't have anything with that. And then with Annie and Seth, and the kids, we of course get for them. And they get us stuff and everything, but it's not like we have a ton of stuff coming in. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to wait until January. And that will give me something to focus on and to take a break from market stuff for a little bit and get all of that stuff better organized. Get through my craft stuff, get it better organized again, back in shape, so that I know where everything is at. And then if I do decide to move down to the office, that can be an area that I'm going through too. Get that office area all cleaned out and done. And even if I don't go down there to do like lives and stuff like that, that can be my area where I have like all my craft stuff is at. I know where everything is at. I can go down and shop, if I and bring stuff up if I want to, or I can just be down there. I can just be down there away from everyone and do this. But then I also thought there was another part of me. It was like I would love to have like a little she shed, and I can absolutely have one. We have an older barn out here that needs to come down. We need a new one. But I'm thinking if we get a new one, can we get a bigger one that can house me? And then I can just put my stuff in there, you know? And that would be glorious. I could have me a little like Keurig coffee pot maybe or something, or just a coffee pot. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but something small. A little coffee pot, maybe a little mini fridge, something, maybe a little microwave, and just like a little heater, for in the winter, just simple stuff. Yes, I know we do. There's been too many things. So, my brain just goes all over the place with the anticipations of so many possibilities. And that's a good thing, right? I mean, I don't stress myself out about it. It's just fun things to think about. But they're possibilities that can actually come to fruition, that are doable things if I want to do it. Because then I would get this stuff out of like my living space, which really doesn't take up a whole lot. I really don't. I don't have my stuff really all over the place. I mean, it's more than what I want it to be, but it really doesn't consume my life. I don't have walls and walls of, yarn and stuff like that. I have my cubes, which right now, yeah, I'll just show it. I mean, it's not horrible. Let me take y'all down. But like right there, I mean like right now, this is my workstation. And then that is where I have all my cubes and everything, and it has most of my crochet and craft stuff, jewelry supply stuff, all of that. And these are projects like that I'm working on kind of in intermediate, whatever. But I clean that up every night. So that is all put away every day. I put everything away whenever I'm done. And then this closet here, Yeah, it's the Monica's closet right now of crochet. We're not going to talk about that right now. And but it looks much better than what it did. It looks much better than what it did because I did go through and try to organize it a little bit better the other day. So we're not going so bad there anymore. It's not as much the Monica's closet anymore. But and then I do have a couple of bags, just like trash bags, that have just they're enough that I keep them separate because I don't really use like the fingering weight, the more thinner yarn right now. So I do have a bag in my bedroom of that, and I do have a bag of some bulkier yarn in there. And then I do have for my finished products that I don't want to leave like outside or in my car unless, I do keep stuff in my car if there's going to be one coming up right away. But I do have bags stored with my finished items to go to next market and stacked in a place that's easily accessed to where I can go in and add to the bag or take out if I need to take something out or whatever. So there's organization to it, but I want it to be better. If you need a yarn, just ask me. I might have it. Well, yeah. Once upon a time, I was that way. That, yeah, but not so much now. And I remember there was a day where it was like, okay, I got to get rid of this yarn. I've got to donate it because I am just taking a break. And that was years ago, years ago. And so, yeah. And I did purge a lot of yarn at that time. And there's some of that yarn now that I'm like, there's part of me that can say that I wish I still had, wishes that I still had it, but it's like why? Because it would have taken up space and whatever, and it was stuff that I probably wouldn't even use anyway. I'm trying to think if I ever sold any of it. I probably did at some of the rummage sales that we had back in the day because I don't do rummage sales anymore. But back whenever I was doing rummage sales still, I think I sold some that way. But otherwise, I found people that I donated it to, or I just sent it to thrift, for to donate towards that because, they have different organizations that that's what they use their money for that I do support. So that's what I've done with not lately though. I haven't let go of any of my yarn for quite some time now. But I have very much have kept myself in the space of use what you've got because I did. I stocked up pretty good to get me through for what I'm anticipating for right now. Now, does that mean that I don't go and buy any yarn at all? Oh no, I still go and buy. Because there are times when I need it to go with something that I already have, or I've ran out of what I had, of course, like we all do. So, and if there's a good deal on stuff out there, then yeah, I'm going to bulk up on some of that, especially the colors that I use a lot of. So, but I try to keep it at a minimum. I really try really hard to just keep in mind of what I want to make, kind of have that list in my head. Because even some of the colors that I got for fall and things like that, for some of the stuff that's coming up, like for spring and everything, there's some of those earth colors and things like that that I can use, for like chickens and like little baby chicks, bees. If I want to make some bees, I have stuff to make bees right now, but I haven't done it. And I made a bee a long time ago, but I haven't done it again. I had some little bees that I made a long time ago, even too. I made a bigger one for um, my older granddaughter, and then I made some little ones to give out for just gifts for some of my coworkers and stuff, but I haven't made any since, and that was a few years ago. But to make carrots, like little, they have like those rustic carrots, and to make some bunny stuff, and because I've been looking that stuff up already for like spring stuff and Easter stuff and things like that. So, there's just a few things here and there that I'll have to bulk up on to go with some of those neutral colors. So, oh, my nose. Years ago, I donated a ton of it thinking I wasn't going to crochet anymore. I've regretted getting rid of some of those yarns. Oh, yeah, and like I said, I mean, there were some that it's like, oh, I wish I would have had that now. But honestly, really, do I? I mean, it would have just sat, and then it would have been something that had been kind of like, I can't really use that now. So I just look at it as a donation and my contribution and go on. So, but back in the day, which it was before we even lived here, I think, and we've been here for over 20 years. Sam's 26. So we've been here 21, 22 years, something like that. Because I think he was like 4 or 5 when we moved in here. And there was, like, whenever you just had like your message board type stuff. Um, there was a group that I belonged to that it was crocheters, and every month, I think it was like every month or every so often anyway, let's say, I don't remember exactly the time frame, but you would like have granny square exchanges, you would have pattern exchanges, um, you would have like if there was specialty yarns or something that you wanted to swap or trade or gift or whatever. It was so much fun because there would be yarns that I had never even knew existed that I would get in those boxes sometimes. And it was just like Christmas. It was like Christmas every time we do it. I have the exchange and stuff. And there'd be kind of themes and stuff with it sometimes and whatever, but it was so much fun and I miss that. And there's no reason why, oh, that gives me an idea. We could do something like that on here with different people if they wanted to, just for fun. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And we would, there'd like be cards or something, or you'd write a little note or something like that, or share pictures, if you wanted to, of like your family and things like that. It was a lot of fun. And it was, like I said, it was over the internet. It was like through message board type stuff, and like through some of those, I can't even remember what the name, it's been too long ago. And they may even still have something like that they're doing. I don't know. But I fell away from that because then I ended up, that was whenever the kids were really little. And I ended up going back to work full time and stuff. And so I just fell away from doing that. And like some of the crafters do here on YouTube, they'll have, like their challenges and stuff, and they'll send boxes of stuff to each other, and that's what we should do with yarn. I'm getting all kinds of ideas in my head floating around. Because I know one gal on here, one young girl, she did like a community, granny square thing, and had said if people wanted to, if they wanted to send her, granny squares and stuff, and that she would make things out of it, and out of the granny squares she got a lot. And I think I was on here the one day when she was counting through some of her stuff, and she made a really pretty blanket. It was really pretty. And she made some other like bags and things like that, and did them as giveaways and stuff to people on her channel. And What am I doing? Losing focus here. One, two, three. Whoa, whoa. What are you doing? Mm. But no, that little cube organizer thing that I got, I do want to move it downstairs. That would be something that I would move downstairs. Or, when Sam moves out, move it into that room because that's what that room was going to be. When the kids originally moved out, it was like I was going to put my craft stuff in there. I was going to have it, to even, put a few of the kids' toys and stuff in there, whatever, to kind of, keep them back there and all the things. Because what you don't see is between my couch and that cubicle organizer, all the toys are stashed back there on the floor. So, in baskets and like basket bags and stuff and whatever. So, but, and I have the boys' football, Little Tykes football toy box up here to get it cleaned up and washed up and everything. And every time I tell Gray, Grandma's not got it washed yet. I promise I'll get it done. Well, every time he's been here 3 times since I've told him that, and every time, yeah, Grandma needs to get that cleaned up. Oh gosh. So anyway, I don't know if I'll get it done before Christmas. I'm gonna try. Because what I need to do is just get all the toys that are in there out because I know there's several that are broken there. And just where the kids just tossed a bunch of just whatever in there, and I probably did too, and going through stuff and just see what is keepable and what isn't. And what is, get it washed up and stuff. And just because it's dusty from being, not played with and laying around and whatever, and that will help take care of a lot of the toy situation because it'll just have that to put it in, and be done. So, right, I know, because the boys, they really did take care of their stuff, so I have a lot of their stuff yet. I mean, they played with it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, their tractors and stuff. I mean, we have, I don't know how many tractors and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they played with them, but they took care of them. And those are the toys that Gray always gravitates to because he likes all the tractors and the trucks and the cars and all that kind of stuff. But he's big into Transformers too right now. And skeletons. He's 3. I don't know what it is with skeletons. He watches the like that little animated of spooky scary skeletons, and even that black and white Mickey Mouse whatever, which I think is I don't know. If I was 3 and watching that black and white of those skeletons, and I know it's a Disney, I think is what it is or whatever, I'd be having, I would have had nightmares. I mean, I had dreams whenever I was younger and little. I had nightmares of the Count from Sesame Street. So I can only, I mean, I don't know. And then there's some of this other stuff that he'll be scared of that I just don't understand. And it's like, but you like, I mean, he likes all of like, we went to the Spirit of Halloween store and all of that stuff. I mean, he goes up slow because he knows that he has to kind of brace himself for if it's going to do a boo, you know. But he is just fascinated by that stuff. And I'm like, why? I don't know. So yeah, that was on his Christmas list this year, which I already knew that he likes skeletons because he has. I don't know how. I mean, this child, he's 3, like I said, and he already has skeletons. I mean, all different colored skeletons and whatever. It's crazy. I'm not getting him a skeleton. I got him one for Halloween. I got him a pumpkin head skeleton for Halloween. I'm not getting him anything Christmas. He already has enough. Ugh. Doctor? Maybe he'll be a doctor. Oh, let's see what time it is. I fear it was getting close to 1. Are you bored, sis? I can imagine that you probably are. It's too cold. It's too cold. Mommy doesn't even want to go out there. Shoot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. I miscounted because I felt like I was off. Okay, change to red. My other red, my hot red. Yep, 5. Okay. Oh no, I don't know if I'll have another round come out of that or not. It may not. So I've used almost all of it, I noticed. Trying to remember what I even used this for. Christmas trees, I think. Pretty sure I used it on my Granny Square Christmas trees, maybe. That's what I used it for originally. Okay. Yes, my hot red. Whew, that looked flamey. That looked neon. Looks neon. Oh. Okay, what did I do? Okay. Okay, now we're back in business. How you making out on the goat, Lenora? Okay. This red isn't much off, I don't think, from the other red I was using. But maybe in the light it'd be. Maybe on the light it's different. This goat is way smaller than I thought. I was texting this when you asked. Oh gosh. So he's just going to be a little guy? Oh, I'm liking the way this hot red from Red Heart is. And it's the, well, I don't know, but no, I don't think it's the older one. I'm liking the way it's crocheting. This is more smooth and not as fuzzy, and I like that. I don't mind some fuzzy, but some of that sometimes is, woo. I should have paid closer attention to the hand in the picture. Yeah, maybe 8 inches. Oh no. He is going to be little. I thought it was the size of the fruit cows I've made. I'm sure it will sell really fast with everyone being into small things right now. Yeah, true. Because it does seem to be that it's more like the little more handheld or more just, yeah, smaller a little bit in our area for what I see people, what they have and what they've been selling. And just kind of talking to others. I seen these little fidget worm things that I had contemplated making out of some of my scrap yarn that I have enough to just make something like that out of. And it looked like it wouldn't take very long for to make, but I didn't know if they would sell or not really. Have you made any of those? Like little fidget worms? Starting to slouch. I need to sit up or I'm going to pay for it when I get up. And this recliner was not made for me. Because if I sit back in it, then my feet stick out. I can't touch the floor. So that's why I always sit up in it because, yeah, it's not made for me. Whitney, he sits in it perfect. But he's almost 6 foot, so it's his chair, so. And the couch, it has the recliners in it, so. And I'll stick my recliner out every now and then, but I honestly forget about it having the recliners because this is the first time we've had a couch that's had recliners in it. And I do like it, and that's why we got it because I was like, oh, that would be so nice. Instead of getting another recliner to have in here too, to have two recliners and then the couch, which if I would have ended up getting like this type of recliner, I wouldn't have liked it because of it's not made for me. I don't think there's any recliner unless you get some like little kid recliner, which the kids have a little recliner in their room, but it's too little. It's too little. Oh, excuse me. I was really hoping that my order for my tennis shoes that I got would come today. They're supposed to be here today, but I don't know. They probably won't get here before I leave. Bless you. Uh, oh my. Don't know what happened because for some reason I got kicked out. Uh oh. Uh oh. Did you hear me ask about the fidget worms? The little crochet fidget worms? Oh my. Because I was thinking about making some of those out of just like my scrap. Yeah, I had asked about those to use like my scrap or whatever because it looks like it wouldn't take very much yarn to do them, and I didn't know if you'd ever made any or not. Okay, there we go again. Yeah, nice.
More about the internet.
Do what?
Find out more about the internet.
You did find out more?
Just is what it is.
Who told you that?
It's a connection thing. Like, I can't do anything about it. Connection thing.
So that's what
the
the.
box. Like, it's the box itself not doing the connection.
So did you call somebody
No,
or?
I went to T-Mobile yesterday.
Oh, you did go to T-Mobile. Okay.
I went to T-Mobile, and she
So-
actually showed me the map, like what she can see off her end, instead of like that cute ass, unzoomed in BS 5G map that you try to look off of, and you can't
Okay,
really
so
tell anything.
she didn't have an explanation then for why it was
Well, no.
going so good and then now it's so
What
bad.
she did, and it kind of makes sense. She said the reason why it's probably doing it is because they've been prioritizing their 5G home internet right now. And that would make sense because they want to push out their home internet more than they want to push out their mobile internet. Because technically what I have is mobile internet, not home internet. I mean, it
Literally, be
technically
careful.
falls under their 5G home internet category because it is 5G internet.
Yeah.
But in the area that we live, so like everything's nice and dark pink on the interstate for obvious reasons.
Right.
Because that's where the 5G is coming from.
Right.
But I don't know what it is from. Like, it's like literally like. It's like right on this road where there's a fucking dead spot.
Okay. Enough of the F word.
I know, but still. Anyways, right on the road is what it looked like. There was a dead spot.
Oh, so
Like almost completely, like it was like white, almost. I was like, how does that even happen?
Right. So if we were just that much over to the road there,
If
then
we were
we'd
on
be
the other
dead.
side of the road,
It'd
we
be
would
great.
have impeccable internet.
Right.
Just off of that little small tiny thing. We would have
Right.
amazing internet.
Well,
Luna, you are all up in this. Give buddy 1 minute. No, watch out. Move your paw. Thank you. You are all up in it. And you are not going to make mommy very happy.
she'll make everything go flying.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to go under the bed. How about
Yeah, that's probably better. Okay, yes, I sell them
You
for
just
$1
already
since it's
recorded.
finishing off
I'm sorry,
scraps.
Papa.
They go in spurts. And you see, and that's what I thought, that they'd be like little dollar things that I could put out like for little people, you know, just for if they come along and it's like, oh, they want something that's only $1, you know, because that's what I was thinking. So,
If I was at the old rental house, I guarantee you the internet would be insane.
well, I guess I should just go sit in the cow lot over there at the old place and
No.
do my lives.
You know, if we actually use that as like our little stream house, I mean, no, I shit you not.
I know, but the
I
way you
shit you
said
not.
it.
I kid you not.
Oh my
If we
god.
got it, you know, made up to where we would be able to go in there and, you know, do whatever we needed to for X amount of time,
Well-
not far away from the house.
I know.
I wouldn't
Hey,
have to have
I
the
have our
computer here.
respirators in there that we go in and tear everything out.
I was gonna say, I mean, because like honestly, I kid you not, Mom, it would be insane. Like because whenever I'm on top of the interstate,
Probably.
I'm getting speeds like
Well,
I would
have you?
in the city with my brother.
Okay, but listen to me for just 1 second. So have you taken the box with you and sat at the Schaefer place?
I have
To
not
see.
sat at the Schaefer place yet with it. No, I have not yet, but I
Well,
can.
you should go do it just to see.
And also, whenever I was like up on top, like right there on the little bridge,
Right?
over 100 on the up.
At the overpass for the interstate
Yeah,
overpass.
and that's on the upload.
Yeah.
The download was over 400. So I know it gets the connection. It's just
Lenora said, she said, Sam is killing me! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Lenora, I'm out of options.
You tell him I cannot start laughing. Explain why it works in the parking lots. Because of me being in my car and sitting in the parking lot, so she's sick right now, so that's why she's saying don't get me start laughing because she's sick right now. So, well, but anyway,
it's my only option here, and that's that we could actually go to without having to pay anything, do any yada yada, have to bother other people or
But so the way you made it sound, it's like, oh, we're gonna have this secret.
No, but it'll help you out too because then you won't lag off of your streams with your phone because it's pathetic. You shouldn't be lagging off of your phone. That's
because
pathetic.
It has been every now and then. Because there has been times where it's done it and it's cut me off. And
stupid. That is absolutely pathetic. That should not be happening.
A secret clubhouse? Yes, we'd have our secret clubhouse.
Well, you'd be able to make...
Have our studio.
You'd be able to make your room the way you wanted it. I'd be able to make my room the way I wanted it because it still has your bedroom in there and then it has our old bedroom in there. Or we could just take out both the walls, have the bathroom in the center right there, was the bathroom in the center of both of our rooms?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
It was you and bathroom or bedroom and the bathroom.
Right here.
In our bedroom.
And then you're on the other side.
Yes.
I still remember.
But there's still plenty of room in where the kitchen area and the living room area was at too.
I know we don't have to use the rooms, but what I'm saying for if let's say if the internet's so good, we're able to go live at the same time, which it probably would be if it's around in the 100 upload. Because that's way more.
Yeah, but my people wouldn't really like hearing your language.
That's why I said we could go in different rooms.
Yeah, I know.
And also we can get foam to put up on the walls to soundproof it for me.
For you in your room, you can.
For me.
Yeah, I've already been fantasizing about and throwing out my ideas for stuff.
See?
There you go. You were just talking about what to do with that house. Yes, I know. That's what I just said. I didn't even see what you put. And that's what I just said. I had already been sitting here fantasizing and coming up with stuff.
Yeah. So maybe it's a sign because I just thought of that. It just popped up in my head. I didn't hear you talking about anything. I was asleep in there.
Right. Well, and even stuff here that I want to do different, and stuff and doing my craft room downstairs. She showed
me the map. So it's we have connection, obviously. That's why we're able to get it.
Right.
But it's just
we're probably lucky to even get what we get, and that's what I say all the time. We're lucky to even get what we get.
Probably because we're in the second lightest shade of pink. So it's and it shows on her map that we only get 2 bars of 5G, which I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. 2 bars of 5G sounds about right with the freaking connection that we're getting. That sounds about right. But whenever there's no congestion or anything like that, no one's on the internet, it will hit 25 on the up. And it will act like it's been normal in the past. But the only thing about it is that it's so unstable now that whenever I try to even stream and game and do anything on it, it's just not going to happen. Yeah. It'll work for me and I'll be able to stream and it probably won't lag out, but I'm lagging in game and nobody wants to see that.
Right.
Nobody wants to see me just stuttering around on the screen.
And be you're
people. And then
your face is.
And then all of a sudden the internet goes out, and then you got. I mean,
well, it's always the most attractive.
You can't really help the still shot whenever the internet goes out, but still.
Oh my gosh, mine would be the most hilarious, like a squirrel or something.
That's whenever you just take the screenshot.
Oh my
and you just
gosh,
put it as your profile
that is
picture
so
page. And then there you go.
Oh, my eyes are watering. Oh my gosh. Sam's options just opened up. Yes, it did. It did.
Well,
Have our little clubhouse over there.
if I go over there and I test it, then
Well, that's the first thing that you need to do is do that.
well, I need to have it debulked, whatever you get done. Cause,
Well, I'm getting ready to get off because I have to go to branches today and work.
well,
So, the front desk
I was like,
selling gift certificates.
well,
Yeah.
no, my brain went, you
Well,
said
Grandma.
branches and then front desk. I'm like, she go
Well,
work
Grandma
for
called
grandma
me.
or
Grandma called me yesterday while I was there, and I was like, she was like, "Are you busy?" And I said, "Well, I'm at branches at the front
did
desk."
she need somebody?
And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "No,
Yeah,
I am
see?
not working. I'm doing gift
Yeah.
certificates."
Well, no, it wasn't the fact of like you're going into the branches to do whatever. I mean, yeah, that's whatever. You said you'd have to go in there, you volunteer, whatever. So
Yeah.
you said front desk, and I was like, she going to grandma's.
No,
What?
no.
I was gonna say you probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't like working front desk.
No. I said if it got to where I had to do something, yeah, maybe. If I worked like night audit and I could sit and crochet,
I don't even think you'd like that.
probably not.
Night shift is probably the worst shift to be on, and
Yeah.
the only reason why is because you have all that long, still silence, but also it's the impending fact of when is the next homeless, drunk, or possibly violent person
I
going to
know.
walk
Whenever
in?
you work there, I didn't like it, and
Well, I mean, it just was what it was. I mean, I didn't.
because I
have to
witnessed
do
that
turns a whole
whenever you
lot.
were there, and I was there to pick you up and do and whatever
Well,
and
yeah, I
stuff,
mean,
and
just is what it is.
that wasn't
But yeah, it's obviously not fun. But yeah.
and being scared for it for you and stuff for different things, and thank goodness nothing ever happened, but
No
still.
one was ever that violent.
Right.
They more or less just raised their voice whenever they were drunk. But
Right. I wouldn't want to have to deal with that either.
yeah, I don't like dealing with drunk people now that I don't really drink a whole lot anymore. Don't drink to get drunk, for that matter, at least.
I want a full report of it works. He pictured a front desk in the house. No, we won't have a front desk in the house, but he was talking about working at the hotel because my mom is a um, front end manager at one of the hotels in one of the bigger towns near us. And Sam used to work with Grandma. And so that's what we were talking about was that working the front desk. And I said, that I would be, maybe if I would ever have to, just for some extra cash or something, do night audit and I could crochet because there was a fellow crocheter that I met that's what she does. She works front end night audit and she crochets when she can, in between or whatever. But I wouldn't like those hours. I used to have to work overnight, the 7 to 7 shift back in the day. And I mean, I did it because I had to, but thank God I don't have to anymore. And I mean, I know people have to do it, but it messes with you, man. It messes with you. And I'd no more than get home, get the kids on the bus. I'd try to go to bed. Didn't have blackout curtains at that time. And oh my, totally messed with me. I don't remember if I only had to do that for about a year. I don't even know if I made it a full year, maybe. And then I was able to switch shifts then. And I had went back and I had ended up going back to school. So Okay, what time is it? Oh, 1:30. I need to be going. I preferred overnights, but I wouldn't do it again. Yeah, and I mean, at that time, I was a lot younger, and I could do it, but it still messed with me. And I was very much more even then a night person. I still am and can be. But the older I get, it's like the less that it gets as much. And I'm all about, yeah, I'm ready to lay down and have a good sleep, you know? But it just kind of depends on what's going on, too, you know? So, but, so yeah, our options have opened up, and we'll see. We'll see what the future holds with all of that stuff. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Always thinking of something. The hardest part for me was whenever I worked second shift at one point, and it was whenever I was still going to college, my first round of college, and I was working at a factory that was um, for automobiles and doing wiring and stuff for those, and working on the line there, and I was a taper. Oh my gosh. So anyway, and I worked second shift there, and I didn't mind that at all. I didn't. But the thing is whenever we would have to work overtime, I wouldn't get off until like 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And then driving home, it'd be close to 4, or so. And then it'd be like, okay, I got to come down because I mean, I was on the move the whole time there. I mean, I definitely got my exercise at that job. And so it'd take me a while to come down. So it was still like I was working overnight. But on a good night, whenever we'd get out, we'd only have to work until 11. And that I could manage. So it was 3 to 11, I believe, is what the shift was. And but whenever I did work the 7 to 7 shift and it was dark whenever I went into work, and depending on the season, dark whenever I left work. Now that really messes you up whenever it's overnight. You go in of a night and you come out in the early morning, and then you have to drive with the sun coming up. That was brutal for me. I was whenever that sun started coming up, it was just like the eyeballs would start rolling, and whew, I don't think I ever got used to that. I know I didn't. What's the matter, Woo? You look like you're sad. You sad? Huh? You sad? Well, you're wagging your tail, so I don't think you're too sad. Yeah. You gonna come see me? Are you coming to see me? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, let's scratch your back. You gotta be careful. I know. Now you've got me thinking of what can I go through to get rid of stuff, right? I'm gonna tell you what, it is so freeing and just it totally helped with my anxiety, my ADD, all the things. It seriously did. No joke. And everything has a place now, even though things are not right now, with some of my stuff, it's not as organized because I've been busy, but still, everything has a place, and that has helped tremendously. What?
Contacts, kid.
Huh?
Trying to check your contacts.
Oh.
Flippy flop the right way.
Well, they did something different with my contacts whenever I went in. They explained what they were trying to do.
Nothing different with mine. The
Huh?
doctor was happy.
And, well, I told them my concern with mine. And he explained it to me what they were trying to do. Because I saw the other guy.
Be careful.
I saw the other guy, and he said, well, what he was trying to do, I think, was reprogram your brain. And I'm like, okay. We're talking about me and my brain. It's like, so anyway, he knocked it down a notch to make it a little bit easier transition for me. So I did those contacts all day yesterday. And so then I have that set, and then I have the old set. He said to go through that set first, and then go through the other one later. Back to the other one, so then it'll be an easier transition.
I was gonna say, it just sounds like your eyes aren't
my
adjusting right away.
Because he said the one, and they've always told me this, that my one eye fights the other. I am right eye dominant, which I already knew that.
Same here.
And
well, actually, no, I'm left eye. We're opposite. I forget.
So it's like, and with the one problem that I have in this eye is very rare, and so it's like a completely different contact. So they're treating one eye as far side, one eye as near side. And so whenever they test me, like doing this, and it's like, I can't see nothing.
Yep.
I can't see nothing.
So it's one
but
lens
then together,
is far-sighted, one lens is near-sighted, but yes, when it's
together, I was all kinds of screwed up.
It looks perfect.
Yeah, so and so and that's what he was like. He was like, okay, read this.
You can see
doing
really
whatever, and I'm like,
medium distance, just like me. So like anything at a medium distance.
Well, it wasn't even that. It was like one eye would test for like seeing far away, and then the other for reading, and stuff like that. One eye I could read close up, the other one I couldn't, and
I got like a negative 2.5, and a like one's on the positive end. It's like a positive 0.75 or a 1 or something.
Right. I don't know, but it was kind of interesting to find out about, and
oh yeah, you know that air test that they did with the eye, like whenever you first got there for like your eye appointment and stuff.
For the pressure.
About that. It's not air anymore, as you can probably tell. What it is basically whenever she brings that thing up to your eye to test, like whatever she's testing.
It's for pressure, your eye pressure.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, whenever she does that, you want to know what it does now? It takes out little teeny tiny probes and just touches the edge of your eye. That's what it does. It brings out.
I don't like that test though. I never have.
No. That's why whenever I went in there, I was like, oh, thank God, not the air test. And she's like, no, it's a little bit different. And then when she explained it to me, I was like,
I never have like the one where you have to look at the air balloon and they take the picture.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Oh no, they did it to me the last time. Not the first time, this last time.
Oh, wait, recently?
Yes, just the other day, just there on Monday.
With the air or the light?
No, with the hot air balloon, and they take the picture. And it's that
with
cone
the light.
thing.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about hot air balloon and then
that
air.
messes with me. That messes with me. I have to blink and look down because.
So yeah, you get really
I can't
affected.
Do it.
You get really affected by fluorescent and LED lights. Then you probably do.
The what?
You probably get really affected by fluorescence and LEDs.
Yeah, whenever you go
Like,
between
really
the two
bad?
and stuff, no, that messes with my eyes. And
Yeah.
whenever we were at grandma's on Thanksgiving, and the TV was, the TV was to my right
Yeah,
there,
don't go to the
and
T-Mobile
they had the green screen or whatever that come up for something Christmas. I thought I was going to pass out. I'm not kidding you. It messed with me. The lighting and whatever, I don't know what it did,
Do you
but
have like a slight amount of epilepsy?
I don't think
Like,
so.
I mean,
I've not ever
with light
had
changes and stuff. I mean, you have the. I mean,
I've
you
not
don't
ever
have
had
to
anything.
you don't have to have a seizure.
Not that I'm aware of.
It can just be a weird reaction.
I don't know, but it was messing with me.
I mean, it kind of sounds like it might.
Well, don't be doing that because you already know that I have health anxiety anyway.
Well,
So,
Mother, I'm sure if you had it, you already would have been
well, I
seizing
would
out
think
on the
so.
ground way before now.
Well, don't be telling me, well, you don't have to have a seizure, and I'm like,
Well, you technically don't.
Well, I don't know, but you can just go on to a different subject now. I don't think I have epilepsy.
Well.
Oh my goodness. Cracks me up. We even have the same light reactions. Are you kidding me? Gosh. Are we twins or like sisters somehow? Don't know it. Are we related somehow? I mean, I don't know. That is just the funniest thing. I thought I was the only one.
After I had that idea, then I won't know.
Huh?
After you said to take the old box to the old Schaefer place, because I have to go.
Okay.
Tan as well. So,
Well, I have to go anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Have to go do your job.
Sam, don't make her your mother a hypochondriac. I'm a recovering hypochondriac, to tell you the truth. Not in the true form of hypochondria, but I very much back in the day battled some health anxiety, so I don't really anymore. I really don't. I mean, every now and then it'll try to kind of come back and rear its head, but not bad. So yeah, I'm a reformed hypochondriac. I'm a recovering. I'm telling you, I cannot do blue light. I even wear rose glasses at night because of the LED headlights. I don't do that, but I should. Whitney does. He has to wear tinted.
Yeah, rose offsets.
He has to wear like tinted because of that. He can't do it. And nothing ever used to bother him at all, but he can't do it anymore. And he's a truck driver, so he has two different sets of glasses that he has to go between. But yeah, I definitely need to do something like that, but I haven't.
It's probably
because it does bother me. But I do have. They're getting me some sunglasses to have too.
Transition or just regular?
So hopefully that will kind of help too. And with the lenses that I'm getting for my other glasses, are supposed to be like an anti-glare, so I'm hoping that maybe that will help me at driving at night and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that will have anything to do with it or not, but
that glare, I can tell you, will last on the film of those glasses for years, because it didn't start to.
Yes, and that's his are very, very light shade too. So yeah, I have contemplated it because yeah, it does bother me. And it used to be at night, it never used to bother me hardly at all. But now that I've gotten older, definitely. So, and I've always had a sensitivity, but nothing like as I've gotten older.
Well, we also don't have dark eyes, and lighter eyes can.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and that's the thing. Me and Sam, well, even Seth too.
Yeah,
have lighter kind of grayish blue green type kind of combination of eyes.
Weird. It's weird.
You can't really say we're blue. You can't really say we're gray.
Yep.
You can't really say we're green. It's all three of us are like that. And Whitney, brown. He has total brown eyes, dark brown eyes. So, and he's the only one. Yep. So, neither one of the kids got his dark eyes. They got mine. And so, Hey, there you go. You have dark hair and same. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I've not ever seen you, so I'm just trying to envision what you look like. Do you wear glasses? I don't remember. Did you ever say? Sorry, I'm eating my protein bar.
Get you in good stretch there and we'll leave.
Okay. Well, my mess is cleaned up because I planned on coming straight home and working on stuff after I get done with everything else and working out. So
I know it's.
you're supposed to, but you don't. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here. I have to head to go fulfill my volunteer commitment. So, but yeah, I don't know for sure when I'm gonna be back on. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight or not. So, with everything else that I have planned for the evening, probably not. And I want to dedicate some time to trying to make my little triceratopses and probably try to put together those other two animals that I have to get done for the market for my orders that I had. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and hopefully I'll see you in the morning for sure. I'll try to be on for a little bit. So anyway, sorry. Okay, take care, everybody, and we'll catch you later. Bye, Sam, she says.
Bye.
Okay, he says bye. We'll talk to you later. Love ya. Take care. Bye. Ah.